Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Days Kitchen. This is the Freeze Dryer Academy, okay? So what I got for you today is something a lot of people say you can't do. You can't do chocolate. They're 100% correct. You cannot do just plain chocolate. There's got to be some form of a binder in it, okay? In fact, I've tried freeze-dried Whoppers. Huge disaster. In fact, I'm going to show you a picture right now, and you're going to be like, yuck, that's gross. And they're right. But I decided to still just kind of venture out because when people say something can't be done, Crazy Dave, I like to try to find a workaround to make it happen. And I think I did. What I got today is Snickers. That's right, Snickers. Now, these are the small ones, the little tiny cubes. You can probably see that right there. These are really small, and we're going to go ahead and freeze dry. I cannot find anyone that actually has stuck them into a freeze dryer. And I'm telling you, I did a test batch off camera, 100% amazing. Well, let me show you how to freeze dry Snicker bars at home. So right now, the trays are about 130 degrees. Once they hit 150, then it immediately kicks on the vacuum, and that's when these are going to look amazing. Now let me zoom out a little bit here. You might start seeing them starting to melt just a little bit. Then we want to kind of do that because it helps with the expanding in the vacuum. So right now the trays are at about 144. I opened the door a little bit. You can see that the Snickers are starting to melt because the trays are warming up. Again, that's exactly what you want because you want to prepare it for when the vacuum kicks on, which is going to happen very shortly. So let's go ahead and close this door here. And the vacuum is about ready to kick on in a few moments. Still building some vacuum. Now we've only been vacuuming now for about a minute, give or take. They're going to start swelling up any second now. And there we go, they started swelling up. Look at that. Pay attention to these ones right in here. I see how they're growing. Kids love this part. They're like, whoa, wow, super cool. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool when you see this. Like, oh, looky, my Snicker bars became a balloon. And they're going to get a little bit fatter. Isn't that cool? They look like little like dinosaur eggs now. And they're still growing. Alright guys, well, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Especially when you look into the chamber earlier and you saw these little tiny M&Ms, or little tiny Snickers, my bad, swell up to these balloon massive size, look like dinosaur eggs. You show that to the kids, especially if you have one of these machines, and they're going to get excited, okay? Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep running this machine for about 3 hours, even though up here, I know you can't see it on camera, it shows 24 hours. Again, that's a default setting that I love to use on the machine. One of the reasons why when you go to your local farmer's market and you see a lot of these individuals selling the candy, it's because it doesn't take that long in one of these. You can do an average batch for about 3 hours, and think about it. I got 4 trays. There are some machines that have more trays on them, so they can mass produce this stuff, okay? And the profit margin on this is phenomenal. I'm not really out there to make money. I'm out there to show you guys how to do this, okay? But I do give these away all the time. You'll see, the M&Ms. I've got the Skittles up here. I give them away because I want people to know that there's a new item out there they can explore and have fun with and actually bring the family together and make it a family time. All right. Well, I'm going to come back in about 3 hours and show you the finished product. Okay, guys. So right now it's been a little over 3 hours on the Snickers, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel. It says process complete. And remember, we got to open the valve here to release the vacuum, okay? So we're going to go ahead and release that. I'm going to loosen the door, and the door will open automatically. There you go. Okay, now, if you recall, on the first 3 trays, that's the Snickers. The 4th tray, that is the caramel M&Ms that you're going to have to watch the next video for more information on. So let's go ahead and pull out the Snickers. Now look at that. The little sticking on the top, that's fine. Okay? When I slide them out, just kind of take your time, and you slide them out. Look how puffy that is. And I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling them out, and then I'll show you what they actually look like. And remember, those trays are hot, okay? So watch yourself when you are pulling the trays out. Let them sit for a little bit. And if it kind of gets stuck like it is now, just wiggle it a little bit, and it will unstick, okay? Now, don't worry about the chocolate up here. We're going to go ahead and clean that later on. I got a special brush for cleaning the trays. But right now, I'm just going to close this up because I'm going to grab the camera and zoom in here and show you what the Snickers look like finished. So here's what the Snickers look like when they're finished. I'm just going to kind of do a real quick pan here. You can kind of see them. Remember, those were really small, the Snickers squares. And you'll see some of the chocolate marks on the tray. Because remember, chocolate by itself doesn't do too well on the freeze dry. You can see right here, here's my finger. See how it didn't really melt. But as long as you have a binder, it'll work just fine. How does this taste? Believe it or not, phenomenal. It's nice and airy, like puffy. And when you eat it, you get the puffiness and it goes down and you go, this is good. And then all of a sudden, you get that hidden peanut bite. Oh, man. It reminds you exactly like Snickers, but it's way different. I would highly recommend you give this a try. But remember, you've got to use the Snickers Mini. Otherwise, if you're using a regular size Snickers or what I call the snack size, you're going to have to cut them up, okay? But there you go. That is freeze-dried Snickers by Crazy Dave.